Hello and welcome back to yet another video, and this time we're doing some LMP3s in Le Mans Ultimate. Now, in my opinion, LMP3 is one of the most fun cars to drive in all of sim racing right now. If you're bored of GT3s, you're not quite an enjoyer of LMP2s or hypers, try the LMP3 out in Le Mans Ultimate because it's a lot of fun to drive. But before we go any further, if you could do me a massive favour and hit that subscribe button and like the video, that would be a huge help to me. Now, I'd been away for a couple of days at the start of the week, so this is my first time doing this race, or at the time of recording last night, this was my first time doing this race. I did a little bit of practice, and I thought my pace was fairly reasonable, but I didn't really have much of a reference point. And that was until I got into qualifying, where I think my best time was like a 141 point something, and the top guys were setting 138. Now, it was in split one, so I didn't expect to be up at the sharp end, but I was amazed at just how much pace I didn't seem to have. So my strategy for this race really was to just try and keep my nose clean and pick up places where I can, just like that one. So we're up to 11th now at this point, and I just want to keep my head down, keep my nose clean, and just try and move forward and just see where we can end up. Like I said, it's split one, so I'm not expecting to be fighting for a podium, but finishing inside the top 10 would be quite nice. The challenge for this race is the traffic management. Now, obviously, being a multi-class race, it's to be expected that you're going to have instances where faster cars are approaching behind and you need to facilitate an easy overtake. That's normal. But the problem I have at the moment is the fact that, particularly with LMP2 drivers, and it's not in all cases, but in the races that I've done previously that have been multi-class with LMP2s, people who are driving the P2s don't seem to have a whole lot of respect for the slower class cars. Some of the overtakes that I've seen recently have just been absolute chaos. And I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but I honestly think it's just due to the way that the safety rating system works. It's too easy to gain it, as we've got two more cars off on the side here. One of them thinks about an unsafe rejoin, but very quickly backs out of it, thankfully. But I think the problem, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, is that the LMP2 races are silver races, and a lot of people have realised with LMU that to get out of bronze, all you've got to do is spend a few races, I don't know the exact number, but a couple of races, driving around slowly at the back of the field and gaining safety rating until you get into the silver class races. So then, as a safe driver, when you actually get to silver class races, expecting a cleaner experience, actually turns out to be more frustrating because all the people who would have been unsafe in the bronze races are now just being unsafe in silver races. But anyway, I'm not going to bang on about safety rating anymore. I feel like I've already said it all, but it's just a bit of a frustrating experience at the moment, particularly in LMU. But anyway, if we move this race on a little bit, we're still making good progress, so we're up to P9. The guy behind us is so much faster than we are. He's caught us at a really rapid rate of knots, and if he goes for a move, I'm not going to overly defend it because he's going to come through regardless. I think at this point he's expecting me to really cover the inside, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want to lose too much time to the guy ahead. It looks like he has a bit of a snap coming out of Ravazza, and that gives us just a little bit of breathing space again. So 2 laps later, he's right on the back of us again, and he's definitely close enough this time to make a move into T1. So we won't fight it, we won't defend it too hard. He's obviously got a lot more pace than we have. We'll let him go and have the place. The plan is to follow him, stay as close as we can, and capitalise when he gets closer to the guy ahead. So he outbrakes into turn 1, but he runs a little bit deep. This means he's a bit slow coming out the second part of the first chicane, and I really misjudged the speed differential. We slightly tapped the back of him, but no major damage. Totally my fault. I should have slowed down a little bit more, but no major damage done. Question now is, can we stick with him and can we follow him through the field? So on to lap 10 now, and he's already pulled a second and a half on us in the space of 2 laps. And as we come up to him in Tosa, he's had a little unfortunate spin all by himself. We managed to sneak round, but that was definitely a close one. So we're now running in P7, and over the past couple of laps we've picked up a few free places due to incidents and people stopping for various reasons, but we've now got an LMP2 behind us and I can see the blue flags, but he's too far back at this point and there's no way he's coming through, and then it happens. Just as I expected, an LMP2 outbrakes themselves and completely wipes us out. Fortunately, we only lose 1 place and we don't have major damage and we can continue. So that's a plus, but the thing that really annoyed me was that after the race, this guy actually blamed me for that incident, and that according to him I braked too early, but again I go back to my earlier point. The LMP2s are the faster class cars. It's up to them to make sure that the overtakes that they make are safe and controlled. Now he came up behind us at a really, really quick rate. He was always too far back to make a move there, and it's not really the type of place where you want to pass someone. So definitely an unfortunate incident. Thankfully we didn't lose more ground, but it's a bit frustrating. But we carry on. P8 still. We've got another LMP2 behind us. He's flashing his lights. We know he's there. We're not going to make it difficult for him into turn 1. We'll give him the space and let him go. So he comes through. We've got 4.5 minutes left just to try and regain as many places as we can and see how much further up the field we can get. I'm already pleased with my progress at this point, so even if we finish in P8, I'm more than fine with that. This is split 1. That'll be my best finish for split 1. So moving a little bit further ahead, we've only got 2 minutes left now, still P8. And we managed to pick up another freebie here as Whitley loses it. We almost make contact, but fortunately we avoid that one. So we're now P7. We've got 1.5 minutes left. I'm really, really happy with this position now. It's all about maintaining this. And other than that one minor contact with the LMP2 from earlier, from my perspective, my race has actually been quite clean. I've not had too many incidents myself. I've just capitalised from others, and we gain yet another place as Webb decides to pit on the second to last lap of the race. So here we go then, coming across the line to start the final lap of the race. We're running in P6, and I've really enjoyed this one. All I've got to do is just keep it clean, keep it tidy, and we're on for a really, really good result. One that we can definitely be happy with. I mean, surely at this point, nothing can go wrong. It's the last lap. Oh, well, spoke too soon. Just like the true idiot that I am, I got too greedy on the curb and completely lost the rear of the car, all by myself. So we've gone from P6 down to P9 on the last lap of the race. What could have been such a great result has now been undone completely because of my own stupidity. But it's not the end of the world. It was a good race. It was a lot of fun. It was, on the whole, fairly clean, minus that one incident, but still a pretty frustrating way to end it. Hopefully you enjoyed that race. I certainly did. Next time I'm going to try and do a live commentary because doing this retrospectively is actually really quite difficult. So we'll see how that goes. If you enjoyed the video and liked the race, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. That would help me out immensely. At the time of recording this video, we're at 227 subscribers, and my aim is to try and get to 500 as quickly as possible. To be at this point that I'm at now with 227 subscribers is absolutely phenomenal. I never would have expected to get to this point. Who knew that this many people like to sit and listen to me ramble? But to every one of you, thank you very, very much. But until next time, have a good one.